Welcome to the Revenant guide. He's very literally unkillable as long as you have energy to give yourself mesmer stacks. Very similar to Baruch. As long you can be invincible as Baruch as long as you have desolate hand stacks and energy to keep them up. You know, very similar tank abilities in those two characters. I also have a Baruch guide on the channel if you want to see that. But if you don't notice, I'm starting in the simulacrum instead of my orbiter like I normally do because Revenant, he's a frame where, like a lot of other frames, where you push one or two buttons and you're probably never going to die, like Nasia, Gauss, Rhino, Chroma. So in that case, I like to branch out and spread my resources elsewhere. I think Warframe's about bringing like the right tool for the job, and I think Revenant thrives in the index. In the index, you roll over one energy orb, cast your Mesmer skin, and you're invincible for like an entire round most times. So that's why I'm starting here, and I'm not going to do a Steel Path mission like I normally do. I'm just going to go do an index run and show how I like to play him in there. But I do think he has a lot of good stuff in his kit that you can use on normal missions and mission types, so I just want to show that here first. My loadout for him. You can run whatever. This is just my index loadout that I have on right here, weapon wise. But if you're gonna run them and normal missions, honestly, just run whatever. To be quite frank with you, you can just use any weapons really, and you'll be perfectly fine. There's no like super sick combos you want to use or the mid to synergize with this kit. Just use whatever you're comfortable with. If you are doing the steel path, I say it every video, have a weapon designated for killing the acolyte. For me, it's the Tsar, because the Tsar is just OP. For some people, they use a heavy attack melee, like the Glaive Prime. The Zorus is good with a heavy attack build. I have a secondary kick gun, the Spore Lacer, that's good for killing the acolyte, but I still use the Tsar. So if you are going to run Steel Path, have a weapon designated for killing the acolyte that's built for corrosive damage, like my Tsar is. But for general gameplay, for whatever you're doing, just run whatever you need. Run whatever you're comfortable with. So, but this is what I'm going to be using in the index. I got a heavy attack fragger built for toxin, so it goes right through the index enemy shields. Don't have to worry about breaking their gigantic shields. So that's that. I have Madurai on because I only have Nairmon and Madurai leveled. If I had Zenuric leveled, I would 100% use it. I think Zenuric goes really well with Revenant and the build I have on, but alas, I do not have Zenuric leveled yet. If you want to see the builds for my stuff, this is what I use to just completely annihilate the Acolyte. If you check out my Vauban video, I do a Steel Path excavation mission, and I kill the Acolyte in like a mag of Tsar ammo. My Atlas video, I punched the Acolyte to death, so there's that too, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to be fighting an Acolyte in this video. I like Revenant in the index, so it's besides the point. So that's this build. If you want a Tsar build, kill the Acolyte. Nucor, Viral, and Heat for stripping armor. Don't really need the strip armor in the index, really. There's only the MOAs, not the MOAs, what are they called? Burses. And then Viral cuts their health. You can't go wrong with viral procs. If the enemies do start getting a little tanky, you just viral proc them with the nuclear and call it a day. Boom, boom, boom. And then here is my heavy attack fragger build. I have Primed Fury in there as just like a flex slot. You can put literally whatever you want in that last slot. If you want more toxin damage, if you one condition overload, if you're going to be proccing them with the nuclear first, like I do sometimes, condition overload could fit there. Whatever is fine, really. That's just a flex slot where Primed Fury's at. But this is what I'm normally running on my Fragor. And if you don't have a Fragger Prime, I think Fragger Prime's really fun for heavy attack builds, because you're bonking people with a big hammer. But besides the point, not kick gun, gun blades, like the Stropha, the Vastalok, the Redeemer Prime, those are all really good. As I mentioned before, the Glaive heavy attack builds are also really good, especially the Glaive Prime. It has 4 slash procs. But on to the Revenant build, the reason you're here. Build for a lot of strength, because strength lets you drain 100% of the health from enemies, and it gives you a bunch of Mesmer skin stacks. Those are like your bread and butter right here. You're gonna want to keep those stacks up so you're invincible, and you're gonna want to be able to one-shot them with your 3. And this is for general gameplay. For index, you use Mesmer skin and call it a day. But this is if you want to play him and other mission types. I'm gonna show you what that would look like. And then your end thrall, it's just a better mind control from Nyx. Imagine if your Nyx mind control target could mind control other enemies. We heard you like mind control, so we put some mind control in your mind control. Yeah, and thrall's pretty good. And then your dance, your ballerina spin, it's good for room clear. It's good for star chart excavation missions if you're running relics, excavations, exterminations. It's good for that. I wouldn't really use it in the steel path, to be honest. It's not like super shredder ability. You could probably subsume something here, but I don't play Revenant enough to put a subsume on, so that's just there. He is just my index frame once again. But this is what I run here. Just a boatload of strength. And you see I have negative efficiency. That's why I'd recommend Xeneric if you have it. If I played him enough and I wanted to form him, I'd form it in a dash for flow and put in primed flow. I have energize on because, with negative efficiency, you are going to be needing a lot of energy. And then the Aegis is there. You don't need Arcane Aegis there. That's just there in case my Mesmer skin's out and I need a little bit of survivability before I can pop it again. And, my shields are getting hit and they're recharging with Aegis. So that's the Revenant build. Lots of strength for your Mesmer skin and your Reeve. And then you want some duration for your Enthrall so they can infect each other a bunch. And then this also benefits from the strength you're building. So that's that. So on to how I'd play him in a normal mission and not the index. So let's get some energy here. I'll turn off invincibility. Why not? Simulate. So you're gonna pop your Mesmer skin before you do anything because you don't want to die. You're gonna go in here, infect one guy. They're all gonna hate him now, and they're not gonna target you. You can just sit here and have a jolly good time. And now when they're infected, you pop your 3. One hit. They're all dead. Just like that, it's magic. And throw again. Let them all get infected. And throw again. And it's 3, as you can tell, it is very fast. Let me get back up here. They're infected. One hit them. That's why percent damage is OP in this game. You're doing 100% of their health. Not doing 100 health damage, 100% of their health. Bam. He's dead. Gone. Just like that. Gone with the wind. And these little pillars here, oh, they're all gone now. But the pillars that spawn when you kill enemies that are enthralled, they combo with your 4. They can detonate and blow up whenever you're spinning. Like this. So that's interesting. But you don't really use his 4 as much if you're going to be playing like higher level content. But you're perfectly fine to go through missions like this on the star chart, and if you're running relics or maybe Kuva missions, Kuva siphons, that's that. I'll do that one more time just to simulate it again. Let's go in here. I'm out of energy. Once again, if I had Xeneric leveled, I would definitely be running it here, but I don't, so. Boom, boom. In a normal mission, that probably wouldn't happen because enemies are consistently spawning. But you just let them get infected. And then, whee! Merry-go-round. Just as easy as pie. 100% of their health gone. Just like that. This is like a Wukong cloud on steroids, so it is kind of annoying to use, gonna be honest. Obviously, in normal missions, you're not gonna be falling off the map like this. I'm gonna just take the L there. But, yeah, he's fun. If you want to play him like that, I think he's a great frame. He's tanky as hell because of his Mesmer skin. It's just like Baruch's Desolate Hands. He has decent, CC, getting the enemy aggro off of you with the end throw. I think he's a solid frame. A lot of synergy in his kit. If you like, frames like Nidus, where a lot of their abilities go hand in hand, I'd recommend playing Revenant. But on to the Index, because that's where I like to play him. Let's go back to my Orbiter and boot up some Index. I think Hildren's also a good Index frame because she uses her shield as energy. Who else is good? I know Rhino is popular because of his iron skin, but you gotta stack iron skin, and sometimes, if there's some enemy that might one-shot your iron skin in the Index, it's whatever. Same thing with Neja, you have to build his warding halo up. So that's why I think Revenant and Hildren are probably my top 2 Index frames. You just go. I mean, Hildren, you don't have to pop anything, but you do have to worry about spamming your abilities, if you're stripping shields, armor, and running out of shield, because you're also taking damage. What your energy pool is your shield. So that's why Revenant, I just like to go in, I push one button in the Index, and I'm safe. Let me turn off Steel Path here so I can actually access the Index. I'll do a high risk, why not? I don't think I'll do a full Index run right here, but I'll show you how I play him in the Index, and then that'll be the video. So, I mean, if you know how to play the Index, and you know what I'm probably going to do, I'm just going to roll over energy, hit one button, and heavy attack some guys. Thanks for watching. Tell me what frame I should do next. I have all of them. Even Caliban that just came out, so... What frame should I make a video on next? You tell me. If not, I'll figure it out. But we go here. This is a pretty good map. Wait for the energy to spawn. I need another one because of my negative efficiency. Fragger heavy attack build does work. Go over here. Steal this one. And Mesmer skin. Now I'm invincible for the foreseeable future. And now I just heavy attack. And you do some work. Bam. Just easy mode. Absolutely easy mode in the Index with this. And then I know there's a lot of debate. I thought the Wukong Spectre was an enemy. I have enemy radar turned on too. I know there's a big debate on when you should bank. I think 11 is probably the best time to bank. Give me that. Oh, I have 14, didn't even notice. Boom. Banked. And then I'll do a nice little thing here. You go there, you know where the energy spawns now. So now you bam, wham, pop it again. Just like this. And this is what it'll look like doing the Index with Revenant. If you're running with like a dedicated squad, there are like good groups to run with, like an Energy Trinity and Mesa and stuff like that. But if you're a solo player, I don't think you can get anywhere better than Revenant in the Index. So that's it for the video. That's Revenant and the normal gameplay, as I showed in the Simulacrum, if you want to run them there, or the Index, where I prefer them. So that's that. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Tell me what frame I should do a video on next. I'd appreciate it. Or I'll pick. So thank you. Subscribe, like the video, comment. I appreciate your interaction either way.